Hey, my name's Sarah. I'm 28, been a pediatric nurse for 6 years, mostly level 1 trauma centers. Last fall, I took a 13-week travel contract at this dying little hospital an hour outside Dayton. The money was stupid. Triple overtime plus a $15,000 completion bonus, because nobody would touch the night shift on the old pediatric floor. They told us the third floor east wing had been decommissioned when the new children's hospital opened across town. In reality, they just locked the doors and left everything inside. Cribs, rocking chairs, murals of smiling giraffes, even the little paper birthday crowns still taped above the beds. They only reopened 4 rooms for NICU overflow when things got bad. Room 312 was one of them, and it was never supposed to be used again. First night, 11:47 p.m., I'm doing my first walkthrough with Carla, the charge nurse who's worked here since the 90s. We get to 312 and the door is cracked 6 inches. The light inside is strobing, on off, on off, on off, like someone's flicking the switch. Carla doesn't break stride. She just reaches out, pulls the door shut, and mutters, "Don't ever go in there by yourself, baby girl." Then she keeps walking. I ask what that was about. She pretends she didn't hear me. I should have quit right then. Third night, alone, 3:04 a.m. The floor's dead quiet, except for the ventilator alarms down in 308. I'm at the nurse's station charting when I hear it, clear as day, kids laughing. Not one kid, a whole group, like recess let out inside the walls. It's coming from the East Wing hallway, the part that's supposed to be chained shut. I grab the heavy mag light we keep for code browns and start walking. The temperature drops so fast, my breath fogs. Every step, the laughter gets louder, then suddenly stops. Total silence. My shoes squeak on the waxed floor like gunshots. I reach the double doors that separate the open rooms from the closed wing. The chain is hanging loose, swaying like someone just brushed past it. Beyond it, emergency lights are glowing red, and floating in that red light are balloons. Dozens of them, red, heart-shaped, all drifting down the abandoned corridor at kid head height, strings dangling like they're being held by invisible hands. Then I see the boy. He's standing under the old Happy Birthday Timothy banner that's been up since 1987. Bare feet, hospital gown untied in the back, skin the color of old milk. His eyes are black, no whites at all. He raises one arm and waves at me like he's been waiting. I know his name before he even says it. Timothy Grayson. Leukemia. Died in 312 the week before his 7th birthday. His parents still pay to keep that banner up every year. He smiles, and his teeth are way too small. "Nurse Sarah?" he whispers, but the voice comes from everywhere. "I still need my medicine." The balloons start drifting toward me, slow, deliberate. The strings are dragging on the floor, leaving wet streaks that smell like pennies. I back up. My heel hits something soft. I look down. There's a second kid sitting cross-legged behind me, a little girl with half her hair shaved from brain surgery. She's holding a crayon drawing of me, stick figure Sarah with an IV pole and a big red X over my face. I lose it. I run. The doors slam shut in my face. Chain wraps itself around the push bars like a snake. Metal clinking loud enough to wake the dead. I'm screaming into the radio for security. No answer. The lights cut out completely. I'm in total darkness with nothing but those red exit signs bleeding down the hall. Then the giggling starts again right in my ear, Tiny fingers grab my scrub pants from behind and tug. Once. Twice. Like they want me to turn around and play. I don't remember getting the doors open. Security found me 40 feet down the main hall, curled up under the crash cart, sobbing, fingernails torn and bleeding from clawing at the floor. They said the chain was still padlocked tight. No balloons on camera, no footprints. I finished the contract because I needed the money that bad. But every single night after that, at exactly 3:04 a.m., the call bell for room 312 would ring. Even after they ripped the entire panel out of the wall, even after they welded the door shut, I still hear those balloons brushing the ceiling when I try to sleep. And sometimes when I'm doing bedside care on a real kid, I feel cold fingers slip into my pocket looking for the medicine I never gave Timothy.
My name's Marcus, 6'4", 240, played middle linebacker at LSU till I blew my knee out. Spent the last 8 years working night shift transport at Oxnard down in New Orleans. My job was simple. Move the living upstairs, move the dead downstairs. The dead never complained. We had one freight elevator in the back of the hospital everybody called the down elevator. Big steel box, dented walls, smells like bleach, blood, and the ghost of somebody's last cigarette. Official rule, never ever put a living patient on it. Bad luck. Everybody knew why it was cursed, but nobody said it out loud. Mardi Gras night last year. City's drunk, we're drowning in trauma. Gunshots on Bourbon, a dude got trampled by a float on St. Charles. Heart attacks from too much king cake. Around 2:30 a.m., I get the call for a body pickup. 6th floor, trauma bay. John Doe, early 30s, hit by a truck hauling a Mardi Gras float. Head split open like a dropped watermelon. Coroner's already called it. I bag him, zip him, tag the toe. Purple, green, and gold beads still around his neck, half soaked in blood. I wheel him to the down elevator, hit the call button. Doors grind open like they always do, slow and pissed off. I push the gurney in, press B for basement. Doors close. That's when the lights inside the car flicker red. Not the normal fluorescent buzz, blood red. Like the emergency brake light is bleeding. Elevator drops 2 floors, then just stops. Dead, between 3 and 2. No alarm, no jerk, just silence and that red glow. I smell the river, Mississippi mud, dead fish, and something sweet, rotten underneath. Then the breathing starts. Wet, sucking, coming from the body back, like lungs full of swamp water, trying to remember how to work. I tell myself it's trapped air, happens sometimes. I'm not scared yet. I've seen worse. Then the zipper moves, slow, from the inside, one tooth at a time. Metal rasp, loud as a chainsaw in that little box. I back into the corner, hand on the .38 I'm not supposed to carry. The zipper gets to the chest and the body sits up. Not rolls, sits. Like someone inside just decided to wake up. The head turns toward me. Half the face is gone, skull shining wet under the red light. One eye left, milky, staring straight at me. It talks. No lips, just tongue slapping against broken teeth. You took my beads, bro. I look down. The Mardi Gras beads are in my pocket. I'd yanked them off upstairs so they wouldn't get tangled in the bag. Cheap plastic, still warm. The thing stands up inside the bag. Feet never touch the floor, just rises until the zipper rips open the rest of the way. Skin's gray-green, bloated like it's been in the river for days. Neck snaps sideways with a wet pop. Elevator hasn't moved. We're still stuck. It takes one step toward me. The floor doesn't make a sound. It leans in close enough, I can see maggots crawling in the open skull. Smells like low tide and bourbon. Give them back, it gurgles, or come ride with me. I rip the beads out of my pocket and throw them. They hit the body and just sink in, like the chest is made of mud. The thing smiles with what's left of its mouth, lays back down, pulls the zipper up from the inside. Smooth. Neat. Lights go white again. Elevator drops the rest of the way like nothing happened. Doors open to the morgue. Cold air rolling out. Bodies flat. Zipper closed. Beads gone. I wheeled him to drawer 19, slammed it shut, and punched out at 3:02 a.m. Sat in my truck in the parking garage till sunrise, shaking so bad I couldn't light a cigarette. I never took the down elevator again. Took the stairs 12 flights every time, even with a 300-pound patient on a stretcher. 3 months later, they finally replaced the car. Workers found something scratched into the ceiling panel nobody could explain. A perfect set of teeth marks. Human. Deep enough to hit metal. Still got those blood-stained beads in a coffee can under my sink. Sometimes at night I hear them clicking together like dice. Every Mardi Gras, I stay home with the lights on, because I know if I go out, he'll be waiting at the next parade, looking for his rider.
I'm Jenna, 41, single mom. Been pushing a mop at Virginia Mason in Seattle for 15 years. Night shift housekeeping pays the bills and lets me be home when my daughter gets off the school bus. I know every corner of that hospital, which floors creak, which toilets back up during flu season, which rooms feel wrong. Room 818 on the oncology floor was the wrongest. We called it the goodbye room. Patients went in there to die. Not sometimes, always. Doctors stopped pretending and just moved the terminal cases to 818 so the family could say goodbye without an audience. I cleaned it after every one. You get used to the smell, blood, shit, and that sickly sweet flower stench from the lilies people keep bringing. Last February, Mrs. Eleanor Whitmore coded in 818 at 6:03 p.m. Massive stroke. Family took the body home for a funeral up in Everett. Room got terminally cleaned, stripped, sanitized top to bottom. Door locked, red biohazard sticker on it. Empty for the first time in months. I'm alone on the floor that night, 3:47 a.m. Headphones in, listening to true crime podcasts because the quiet gets too loud. My pager buzzes. 818, code yellow, urgent. Code yellow means vomit or worse. I groan. Nobody's supposed to be in there. I badge down the hall. The closer I get, the colder it gets, like someone left a window open in February. The red sticker's gone from the door. Handles ice cold, wet like condensation. I push in. Lights won't turn on. Not burned out, just refuse. Only light is the city glow bleeding through the window and the red exit sign painting everything bloody. Smell hits me like a wall, copper pennies and lilacs left too long in water. The bed is made, not hospital corners, funeral home perfect. White sheet tucked so tight you could bounce a quarter, and there's someone sitting on the edge. Old woman in a hospital gown. Back to me, gray hair and a long braid down her spine. Skin translucent, veins black under it. She's brushing her hair. Slow strokes. The brush is making a sound like bones dragged across tile. I freeze in the doorway. My voice cracks. "Ma'am, this room is closed. You shouldn't..." She turns her head 180 degrees without moving her shoulders. It's Mrs. Whitmore, except her eyes are solid milk white, no pupils, and her mouth is sewn shut with thick black thread that's cutting into her lips every time she tries to smile. She raises one finger and points under the bed. I look. There's a puddle spreading across the floor, dark, thick, coming from underneath. It's reaching my shoes, smells like iron and funeral flowers left too long in water. Then the writing starts. The blood climbs the wall by itself, spelling letters one drip at a time. J-E-N-N-A. My name. Perfect cursive, still dripping. She stands up. The gown falls open in the back. No body underneath, just a hollow space full of dead lilacs tumbling out onto the floor. She takes one step toward me, and the stitches in her lips rip open with a wet pop. Black thread hangs like worms. She whispers, but it's inside my skull. "You missed a spot, Jenna." The door slams behind me, locks, badge won't work, lights die completely. I'm in total darkness with her. I feel her cold fingers slide into mine, paper-thin skin, bones like ice picks. She guides my hand down to the floor and makes me touch the blood. It's warm, pulsing. She presses my palm into it and starts writing with my own hand, over and over, "My name, my name, my name." I'm screaming, pounding the door with my free hand. She's humming "You Are My Sunshine" through that ripped open mouth, voice echoing like the room's 1,000 feet deep. Then everything stops. Lights snap on, door clicks open. I fall into the hallway sobbing, covered in blood that isn't there anymore. Floors bone dry, bed stripped bare. No lilacs, no writing on the wall. Security reviewed the cameras. From 3:46 a.m. to 3:52, room 818 is empty. Door never opens. But at 3:49, you can see the overhead camera glitch just for a second, and there's a second shadow on the bed. Tall, female, head turned all the way around. I transferred to day shift the next week. I still had to clean 818 sometimes. Every time I walked past, the call light would be on. Even though the room's been gutted to the studs and the wiring pulled, even though there hasn't been a bed in there for 10 months. Last thing, 3 weeks ago, my daughter brought home a lilac-scented candle from a friend. I opened the lid and threw up blood for 20 minutes. I haven't slept without the lights on since. Some spots don't come clean. Some rooms remember your name forever.